What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We're checking out the first teaser. The definition of a teaser, 50 seconds long. We're Toy Story 5. We just had Dan Trachtenberg on the podcast. Hector and I got to chat with him about Predator. And one of the things that we said was, or I think maybe I said it was, we talked about just trailers and you were trying to get some information out of him on like, how would you announce the next Predator thing? And I was like, you know, I really miss the era of like 50-second trailers where it was just like text on screen and then a bat logo showed up and you were like, wait, what? What is this?
Yeah, he agreed. Yeah. He agreed. Yeah. So
that's basically what this trailer, I'm assuming, is going to be.
Yeah, probably. There's not a lot you can cover in less than a minute. So
yeah,
I know. Yeah. But you know that you bring up a good point, Adam. Is that like we could judge this as though we can pretend we're not watching this off of YouTube and it says right there Toy Story 5. What if you're sitting in a theater and this just plays? Like there's something exciting about that. It could, you know, you don't know that you're going to get a Toy Story 5 announcement, but the other thing that we have to think about after we watch this is like every thought that comes to mind, you know, what the story is going to be, what's the, you know, I love the Toy Story films so much and I'm a Toy Story 4 defender. Even after Toy Story 3, the best ending ever.
Does that require defending? Didn't everybody love that movie?
No, not everybody loved that movie. I mean, critically, yes, it's everyone's like agreed upon. It's such a well-made, it's really just an amazing, like amazingly done movie. But there's still an argument in animation fandoms of like, does it deserve to exist? Should it have existed? And the fact that even that movie, if you guys remember, had Woody saying goodbye to Bonnie and the rest of the toys. Woody's now off with Bo Peep. And then the news is coming out of this, and it's like Tom Hanks is returning, Tim Allen is, and you're like, wait a minute, why is Woody? He's retired. He's not Bonnie's favorite toy. Let him ride off into the sunset with his lady love, who used to be a lamp. You know, so it's like those are the challenges you have to overcome. But I do want to remind people, and this is crazy, the distance between Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 is shorter than the distance between Toy Story. No, that's not right. Never mind. Scratch what I said. No, 3 and 4 is about 10 years because I think 4 came out 2019. So now we're 6 years later. So it's a shorter gap, but all this to say, Pixar does know how to make a good sequel. They don't make a sequel unless they have a great story. This is the studio that famously scrapped Toy Story 2 because it wasn't working. Like they scrapped it. And because Disney was going to try to take it over and make it a direct-to-video movie, and Pixar was like, no, hang on. We'll do this, and we're going to do it right. So I trust them, but these are the challenges, and part of that comes from the arguments about Toy Story 4 and, you know, how, and endings. And like, do we keep going after endings? So will we get all of those answers in 50 seconds? I don't know, dude.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm curious anyway.
Yeah, let's find out. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Bonnie, there's a package for
Uh-oh, who's sending Bonnie a package?
Let me guess. Woody?
No, I know what it's gonna be. It's
Jesus.
Yep.
The age of toys is over.
Yep, it's an iPad.
Like an Etch-a-Sketch or something?
No, it's an iPad.
It's an iPad.
Got it.
I'm Lilypad.
Yeah.
But what's Woody doing there? What the? Why is Woody there?
What in tarnation?
Woody's back, baby.
Yeah, good. Very cute teaser there. We got also a little bit of a press announcement, and the tablet, the smart tablet, is going to be voiced by Greta Lee, who is in Past Lives, the morning show, and she was just really the star of Tron Ares, or should have been at least. It's going to be.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense that this is going to be where it's going, right? Like iPad kids, screens taking over in everybody's lives. It makes a lot of sense, and now I'm really interested because it's not. It's like the next existential threat to, you know, the world of, first of all, Toy Story, but then in real life to this next generation coming up.
I mean, it's very true. I mean, we all, well, not us specifically, but, you know, like my brother's generation, he's a 2000. So like they kind of moved away from action figures and have embraced technology.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to make a blanket statement and say that like every young child that is born in like 2010, between 2010 and 2020, that's all they do now. It's just tech. But you do come across people, like I see it all the time when I go to a restaurant. A kid's got their head down because they've got their iPad or their headphones in, and I'm like, what's happening? What are we doing here?
I was at Disneyland the other day and I saw a kid fully decked out in Star Wars clothes, but watching Star Wars on his tablet while walking through Star Wars land. Maybe it was his way of being more immersed, but I'm like, dude,
I don't know.
Just look up. Please look up.
I can't.
Please.
Yeah.
Just look up.
Listen, you do you.
It's
you raise
scary.
your kids however you want. I could not do that. I don't know. Why are
the
you at
thing.
Disneyland? What's the point?
Here's the thing. Can you stop it? Can you stop it? They're
I never introduced
Tablets are everywhere.
Yes.
Tablets are everywhere. It's going to be at school. Kids have to sign in through their phones. Parents have to use their phone. Like it's all there.
To Augustine's point, like Adam, we grew up in an era where I think it was easier to do what you're talking about. And I know we also grew up with like, if our parents said no video games, they wouldn't buy one, but you could go to a friend's house and they had a Nintendo, they had a Sega. You know, if your parents said no scary movies, you're going to your friend's house and watching like it's there. So I think that I think not just at a personal responsibility parental level, but we need like in schools and in our society, this like the retraining of like, you got to mitigate this. Like we need to have, screen time and then not screen time. But it's so hard.
Yeah. I
it's
feel like
so
we're
hard.
too far gone.
There's no
now.
stopping them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're really lucky because we were
integrated
both.
into society. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that even like we weren't necessarily both. Because I remember not even having any kind of a cell phone through school because we just couldn't afford an extra phone for me. And so my parents had one cell phone and I never really used it. And then in college, I got my first cell phone where I had to pay for minutes and pay per text. So I never used it.
Oh my God. I remember those.
Yeah,
days.
right.
Because I was like, this is too
Young
expensive.
people are watching this going, you had to pay for what?
Yeah,
dude.
What's a minute?
Minutes. You had to pay per text. And it was really expensive. So I didn't really use it. And now
it was like
we're
10
in
cents a
an era
text, and even if someone sent you one, you had to pay to receive it.
Yeah. It's like, don't call me between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. because I'm not going to answer.
Yeah.
Because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Free nights and weekends, dude. You remember that shit? Free nights and weekends. And now it's like ubiquitous. You can't get away from a device. You can't get away from a screen. You can't get away from a tablet. Even if you say no in your house, it's going to be somewhere. They're going to see an advertisement. They're going to see a kid seeing it. It's going to be in the school. It's going to be everywhere. Right. And so how do you deal with that?
That's
how do you fight that? How do you get your kid away from the instant serotonin and like instant gratification that you get from using a device?
I mean, you would hope that if they're in schools that they limit what the kids can actually like access.
Sure. But
but still, also, like they play games, they play learning games, and even those give you that instant gratification, that serotonin. Like it's still fun, right? They're trying to make learning fun. And if they can do it through a tablet, then it'll be through a tablet.
Your kids these days, they have cell phones also because of safety. Because parents are like, I want you to have a phone on you at all times in case of emergencies. Okay. And it's very, very terrifying to be a kid in school these days. So when you're there at school, how are they not addicted? How do you help lessen that? Because it's kind of inevitable, like Augustine's saying. And, adults are addicted to social media. Adults are addicted to their phones. Adults are addicted to ChatGPT. It's bad. It's all bad. So we need a societal, it's not going to be Toy Story 5 that fixes it, but all this is to say like, hey, they might be onto something if we can have a little bit of a chat.
Right?
Yeah. Look, we're watching
awareness
right now. We're watching through Stranger Things, the most recent season. The character Robin is played by Maya Hawke, and she also voiced a character in Inside Out 2. And Maya Hawke has described like even just being in Inside Out 2 has helped. She's heard feedback that her character helps kids and parents understand anxiety. Like it's a Pixar movie, but we all see how much Coco has helped people process grief. Families that aren't even Latin American families are like, using building Coco altars. To kind of building altars, dude. So it might not happen with a Toy Story 5, but like Augustine said, maybe it'll bring some awareness. I want to pull up something too from this email. I think like the main cast everybody expects is coming back. Conan O'Brien is a voice in this movie, which is awesome.
Interesting.
And it's co-directed by Andrew Stanton, who's amazing. John Carter, John Carter, #1. Also Finding Nemo, a much better movie than John Carter, I know, and WALL-E. But the co-director is Kenna Harris. So both of these are directing it. And they said, it's been a hilarious and poignant journey exploring how our favorite team of legacy toys might respond to today's world of technology. And we're thrilled to share this first glimpse with audiences, having the remarkably talented Greta Lee bring Lilypad to life, balancing a playful antagonistic tone with humor and heart has been incredible. So she's the bad guy. This is like the leapfrog iPads for kids. Remember the leapfrog thing?
Absolutely.
This is what,
yeah. Listen, I'll be, I don't know if I'm into this movie until I see my boy Duke Kaboom in.
There you go.
My favorite Pixar character.
So good.
I know. It's my favorite Pixar character ever. Sure. I just need a cameo or something. Something.
Right.
Bring Duke Kaboom back, please.
I'm back.
I know. That'd be great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about them constantly doing, or not constantly, because it's not like they do them every year, but still going back to the Toy Story well, and even with them incorporating this idea of how are toys surviving in a more advanced society, because I do feel like 3, I really liked 4. I thought 4 was really great. And as much as I liked it, I still feel like that third movie gives you that finality. And if anything, I would hope that that finality would encourage Pixar to take concepts like Toy Story 5, do it in something new, a new container, you know, like new story, new characters, bring in new actors. Like let's try to mix it up a little bit, because I feel like Pixar in some ways has kind of fallen into the trap of tapping into the well of their greatest hits. And that's the thing that I don't necessarily love from Disney right now either, is that they just keep tapping into the well of stuff they've already done, rather than like
live actions.
Let's try something different. Let's try something new, you know? So that's like my only big sort of criticism. And I mean, it's an industry wide criticism too, because every studio is doing it, but that's mostly it. Will I see it? Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's a larger symptom of just Hollywood in general, but look, they tried. Elio was fucking fantastic. I really loved it.
And it was their lowest opening.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
People shit all over that movie. So
also really unfortunate too for that, whether it was the timing or what, but it was like there was controversies that were coming out right as that movie was being released. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's not really going to matter to like a kid that might see a trailer, or parents that want to go take their kid to it. But the other thing too is that Disney's in a tough spot because they designed Disney Plus to train parents to be like, it'll be at home in a month. So you go, man, then Elio had no shot. You know, we want all of these to be successful, but I think that needs to change. The idea that
subscriber
a movie that's
numbers
coming
are
out
too
in theaters,
juicy and too good though, Hector. And now we jack up the price by $100.
But listen, it's like this. Remember back in the day, let's get more nostalgic with it. A movie would come out and be in theaters for like months.
Right.
And then it would and then it would go to like the second chance theaters, which we need more of now.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
The
like
mom and pop dollar theaters, so good.
Bro, I miss the second chance theater so much, you know. And then it would come out on DVD, or like rather, I think first would be like maybe like an HBO release, or like no, maybe before that.
Usually
DVD
would be like 6 months ish.
And
then it would be on network television like a year sometimes later.
A year later. So I'm like, make Disney Plus the year later thing. And if they're going, no, that's too, it's like, look, dude, that's when you hype it up. It's basically a second or third release. It's like, finally, Predator Badlands is on Disney Plus Hulu, like, but it's going to be into 2026. So go see it in theaters now. 6 months from now, get the Blu-ray, you know, then you can rent it digitally. And then 6 months after that, streaming. And each time can be this big, bombastic release, and you can celebrate the movie all over again. But
too enticing to make a quick buck, though.
They don't want to do that. They don't care about the theater industry.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Oh, right.
No, the theater industry is the middleman, and they're trying to get rid of the middleman so they can just just make all the money. But yeah, I mean, and I know we talked about this so much over the last 4 years, specifically because obviously because of the pandemic, that's the whole reason why people stopped going. But yeah, I mean, we saw it from this year. Like this year had some brutal box office results because you know, Universal's another one of those studios that, like, I think it's 30 like Black Phone 2 is already available on digital streaming services, and it's crazy. Literally still in theaters. So you know, like that's why I appreciate directors like Christopher Nolan. Like he held Oppenheimer. I don't think it went to Peacock until like the following January, and it went on Blu-ray in November, and it came out in July. So there were several months, and I think he probably pushed it as far as he could, because that is a Universal movie. So I imagine that there probably was some pressure of like, well, if we put it on the streaming service, we can bring in subscribers and and he's like, no, leave it in theaters. That's where it belongs. Then we'll put it on physical media, and then you can put it on your streaming service. But not everybody has that Christopher Nolan pull, unfortunately.
I know, man.
So,
well, I think also I might be mistaken, but I think the Duffer Brothers are leaving Netflix because they were working on a movie and they could not secure a theatrical release like a Guillermo del Toro did for a minute for his Frankenstein. So it's like, guys, what are we doing, streaming companies? We have to. Netflix
has done a lot of good, but if Netflix absorbs Warner Brothers, I think it's going to be one of the worst things to happen in the entertainment industry. I think DC movies will come out in theaters, but I think things like Sinners, you know, like I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a little grim. So, I don't blame them for going to Paramount. I don't blame them, but you know,
I agree.
We'll see. Anyways,
anyway, good to see Woody back.
50-second trailer really triggered a lot of fucking emotions. My God.
All right, man.
See,
turn into a podcast episode over here.
I knew it.
All right. All right.
What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We're watching the first trailer for Super Mario Galaxy movie. I should give you some context. I have not seen the first one, so we might need to watch it for the channel, and I probably will not know what's happening in this trailer. Maybe.
You might.
Maybe.
You might.
Yeah,
There's not, it's not super complicated.
I played a Mario game, so I'm somewhat familiar.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. And I have it on Blu-ray 3D, Adam, so we can do a really cool watch along.
Oh, hell yeah.
I ordered the turbine version, so.
Yeah, I think I have that too. I think the 3D is pretty good on that first Mario movie. And the best part is Jack Black as Bowser was the best part. Far and away. Absolutely.
So cool.
Stole that movie. And the exciting thing is for this one, I think it's the same returning cast, but Brie Larson is joining the cast as a character. I don't want to say who she is. I know who she is. I have not seen this trailer yet, so I'm excited to see what it is. You guys jump in?
I've seen some very dumb things about Brie Larson joining, and I'm like, she advertises playing Nintendo Switch like all the time.
Are you kidding me? I'm so happy for her, dude. I'm so happy for her.
Get out of here. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, give me that Jack Black.
What?
Moving his hands over his.
Oh my!
You wanted to see us?
Don't move. I'll be right up.
What the hell?
What? Adorable.
Cleaning the paint. Boodle-doo, boodle-doo. And also trim the bonsai bush.
Here we go. It's just a little Jack Black.
Hey, Luigi. What's up, Mario? Behold, I made a masterpiece for Princess Peach. What do you think?
That's actually really good.
Colors. It's trash.
How dare you look at my masterpiece and say that?
Oh, it was so good.
Wow. Sorry about that. That's the old Bowser talking. Still working through my demons, I suppose. Anyway, I need my 8 hours or else I really turn into a monster.
Oh my God.
Oh wow, they're going straight for it, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, dude. Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii was such a good game. So good.
Woo, look at the motorcycles. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Whoa, what the hell is that?
I'm Bowser Jr., and I'm gonna be taking my father now!
Oh.
Wow.
A Super Mario Galaxy.
Galaxy.
We heard There we go.
That's gotta be Brie.
It is.
Princess Rosalina.
Yep.
You're coming with me.
Oh, sweet.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
That perfectly fits Brie Larson.
Yep. Yeah, perfectly.
Real
That's great.
Ooh, did you
3D.
see that? Real D3D, baby? Hell yeah.
Good, man. I feel like I heard the Prowler sound effect from Spider-Verse when Baby Bowser showed up. It was like the Prowler, like, rear noise. Yeah.
You probably did.
So
Yeah.
I'm so uncultured that I don't know the character that she's playing.
Dude, Rosalina was introduced in the Mario game for the Wii. And it was the one where, you remember the Wii where you flick the controller around, that little Wiimote, and it was Super Mario Galaxy. And the whole premise was that like Mario flies from planet to planet. So there was a lot of kind of motion control stuff and really fun. Like you have to jump up into like a little, star outline, and then it would shoot you to where you need to go, and you zip around. Yeah. And Rosalina was involved in the story because she's a princess and out in space, and she has a little pet star that's with her, and it's like a whole... It's part of that game, basically. So if you know Mario but don't know that, it's that's what it's from. It may seem like it's even new for our generation, Super Mario Galaxy, but I feel like the first game came out in like 2008 or something. Like it's already old.
17 years old.
Yeah,
something like that. I think
this character's been around for a minute. She's been around for a minute, but I haven't been following up on the games like that either.
Yeah, and she's been in all the Mario Karts at this point, and I don't know if she's in Smash Brothers. She might even be in Smash Brothers. But anyway,
maybe.
Yes, Brie Larson's going to be great. Perfect role for her. I feel like it's one step closer to her playing Samus in a live-action Metroid movie, which I am still hoping she gets to do one day. But yeah, this movie's animation looks gorgeous. The way the characters move is perfect. It's great. Will I enjoy the story? Do I think it's like... No, I feel like I had issues with the first movie, and if we ever watch it, we'll talk through them and stuff. But, I want these animated films to be some of the best animated movies ever made. And they tend to err more on the side of, well, we're just doing accurate Mario shit, which is fine. And that's great. But it's not necessarily like good for an animated movie story. It's more good for like, well, we're accurately depicting stuff from the Mario games. Great. That's great. But, I want them to be more ambitious or more story focused or whatever. But still, they look beautiful. They're great. Kids really liked them. And I don't think that the movie whiffed it in terms of like you're depicting Mario in a movie. It's fine. It's fine. So
yeah, absolutely. I do think that they're erring. It feels like Nintendo is very cautious with their IPs right now, with all the decisions that they're making. But I feel like if these movies start taking off, I'm hoping to see that larger universe get built out. There's rumors going around that they're already in development for like a huge crossover movie after like all of these characters get introduced. And that would be really rad. Once again, very ambitious, but I think the story's really gotta kind of crank it up a little bit as these movies, if they do keep going in that universe, keep going. Yeah. There's a really cool opportunity, like for example, that Mega Man short that we saw in what was it?
Secret Level.
Secret Level.
Dude. Oh my god. That was one of the coolest things I ever saw, and that was like 5 minutes. And it was straight up Mega Man. Yep. And Mega Man is in this universe. So it would be really rad to kind of see all these things go down. But we'll see. Nintendo's very cautious, so we'll see how it goes.
I mean, the movie did well. It made $1.3 billion at the box office. So it's like, oh, we didn't, they couldn't go the route of like, we didn't think it was successful enough. It's like, of course, sure, you wanted to make $2 billion and it didn't. Yeah. 1.3 is nothing to like be upset about, especially, let's be honest, especially because it's an animated movie. That is people think of that as being strictly kid centric. The fact that like, it seems like a lot of people want to go see it regardless of their age. I think that kind of says a lot about the power of like Nintendo as a brand and those characters. We did a whole podcast talking about it too.
Yeah, dude. It could be the next greatest franchise that's ever put out.
Totally.
But we'll see, because they're very protective of their IP, which I totally understand. So
yeah, and I'm excited to watch this first movie. I'm not sure. I don't remember when the second one's coming out, but I'm sure we'll watch it closer as the movie comes out. And, I'll give you my thoughts. And I'm dying to hear what Hector thinks, because I know you've had like a very specific sort of like route you'd like to see them go.
Yeah.
Hector's got thoughts.
Yeah.
He's got the Kevin Feige hat.
I'm too close to it. Yeah, exactly. I got to take that Kevin Feige hat off. Yeah.
We should do just another dedicated episode of the podcast just to the Nintendo universe. Potentially.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
But guys,
it'll
let's
be
know
just
your
Hector
thoughts.
talking for an hour.
I mean, why not? Why not? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about the trailer? Are you interested in us revisiting the movie? Let us know.
What's up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction here on the Heroes Reforged YouTube channels. I'm doing the intro because I suggested we watch this trailer, but Adam and Augustine are down. This is the new Gore Verbinski. Yes, Pirates of the Caribbean's Gore Verbinski. Yes, the Lone Ranger's Gore Verbinski. The Ring. He's back, baby. This is a movie called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and it stars Justin Hammer, Sam Rockwell. He's in it. Yeah. I love Sam Rockwell. It's a hell yeah. So I only know a little bit about this movie. I think I know the tagline or the premise, but I don't know if you guys do. I don't want to talk about it at all. I just want to watch it. I have not seen this trailer. Then we should just watch this trailer.
I don't know nothing.
Okay. All right. I will count us down. You gentlemen ready? Here we go.
Ready.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Water squelching.
Oh, that's peepees.
I am from the future, and all of this
Oh, nice cast. Norms? Hell yeah.
Not the norms.
goes horribly wrong.
Okay.
I come from a future which is totally and completely fucked,
Oh, God.
and I'm here to set it right.
Are any of you even listening to me?
You look homeless, bro. Fuck you too. A fucking fashion.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What we're dealing with doesn't interface with
Oh,
reality.
nice.
Hey, I forgot Rango.
Oh, yeah, Rango.
Isn't that a thing already?
Oh no. Oh God.
It gets a lot worse, honey.
Zazie Beetz, Michael Peña.
Who's joining me? Who's ready to save the future?
Nice.
Oh.
The revolution begins tonight.
What is going on?
Oh my God.
Good luck. Have fun. Don't die.
And don't die.
Nice. That's cool.
Good luck, have fun, don't die. Excuse me?
Good marketing.
What?
This looks
Have fun. It's like a
so
zombie movie.
good.
Oh, dude.
Whoa. Oh my
Wow.
God.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You're in for a really weird night.
Dude,
Juno Temple. What
my
a great
God.
That's all I
cast.
needed to know.
What the fuck?
What?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bro,
Wow.
let's go.
That looks
We got ourselves a
really
date.
fun.
Oh.
Really
That looks
fun.
wild.
What is that? I'm so
What
confused, but so intrigued.
Yeah, same. I'm playing it again, but I will say, like, just a really expertly put together trailer. I love the decisions made in the marketing with, like, from unhinged Gore Verbinski.
Yeah.
You know, and then the fact that they hit you with the title twice, right? Good luck, have fun, don't die, in a musical way. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Great rhythm to this trailer. We get the premise, and it shows us all this crazy shit. This is one of my favorite trailers I've seen in a long time. Like, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
I'm in.
It's really interesting.
I don't need another trailer. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you make a trailer that's so hyper stylized too, like it's the perfect way to hook the audience. I mean, just the title alone and the concept, you kind of need some, like it needs some energy for me to go, why should I be interested in this?
Yep.
And then the concept of it being like an AI movie and him trying to fix it in the past, and yada yada yada. It's got to have that hook, and the trailer has the sauce. And that's like you said, that's all I need. I don't need to see anything else to be convinced to go see it.
Yeah,
because I feel like if this would have been cut like a standard zombie movie or just like maybe like a horror movie, I would have been like, okay, that's, you know, not a lot of sauce to it. But the fact that they took the time to like really take a different angle with the trailer, it makes me really interested in the rest of the movie. It's not even the contents of the trailer, it's the way they cut it.
Right.
And because they cut it so interestingly, I'm like, oh, cool. Let me see what this movie's about. So props to whoever's on this marketing team.
Great humor. I mean, I'm just rewatching again as you're saying that, Augustine, and like the great way to, I feel like most modern trailers will use that comedic beat at the end to really get you to laugh, but like this thing gets epic and builds up to some crazy epic sci-fi shit. It feels very Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then it cuts to him eating a Twinkie and a bonbon or whatever, and saying like, "I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're in for a wild night." Great. And then it ends with the giant cow, the giant bovine or whatever, stomping a car. Made me go, "This feels like Everything Everywhere. This feels like it could be a really, really special movie." Yeah. And again, rewatching the trailer just now, I'm like, on top of all of that, like everything that aside, the directing looks really slick, dude. It looks like gore is on it. Yeah. Like I like the way the shots were put together. I like the way that everything, the camera was moving and the action was happening. And you know, it's like, do not forget, dude. Pirates of the Caribbean 1 is a masterpiece.
Oh, like, it's amazing. Like,
it's and I'm like, yeah, why did I think what, just because of the Lone Ranger, this guy doesn't have the sauce? Just because of At World's End, this guy doesn't have the sauce? No, it looks really great. And just really well put together trailer. So this turned it into, like you guys were saying, Augustine, if this was just a standard zombie thing, okay, I'll check it out when it goes home video. I'll check it out when it's rentable or streaming or whatever. I'm ass in seats in the theater for this one. Totally. I need to go see this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I think the thing to keep in mind with Gore Verbinski also is like his track record is pretty strong. The Cure of Wellness, his last movie that he directed 9 years ago, is kind of like the first one to not do well. And it did so poorly that if I remember correctly, after like a week or two, it was pulled from most theaters. Like it did horrible. Horrible.
Damn.
And
that's crazy.
I haven't watched the trailers or anything, so I don't really remember the marketing for it. But, before that, he did Lone Ranger, and I think Lone Ranger was a pretty successful film financially.
Sure.
Ringo was successful.
Maybe not critically. Yes, it was.
Maybe not critically, but I think like it brought in box office numbers. Rango, as far as I remember, was a very successul film. And then the 3 Pirates movies, and in between that, he did Weatherman, which like I had mixed feelings on. But like you said, Pirates 1, it still might be, and it may be for a while, considered one of like the best live action adaptations of a ride that Disney has made.
Oh, it's easily
right?
number one. Yeah. But it's not just it's not just easily the best movie ever based on a theme park ride. It's probably one of the best movies of the 21st century.
Oh yeah, like one of the best action fantasy movies.
And although this dude directed 2 beautiful white people in the movie The Mexican before The Ring and before Pirates, we also can't forget that he one of his first movies was Mouse Hunt, which also is very good and very funny and really well done. So
never seen Mouse Hunt.
Dude, that movie is wild. Yeah, do you have Mouse Hunt on Blu-ray? That's great, dude. With Nathan Lane, the amazing Nathan Lane. And
I thought I did, but I guess I didn't pick it up. But it's available on Kino Lorber as a 4K remaster.
That's amazing, dude. Anyway, so I'm in for Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. It looks really great.
Yeah, that'll be really, really fun. Into it.
All right, guys. Well, let us know in the comments what you think about this movie, if you're excited about it, and what your favorite Gore Verbinski movie is. And if it's too easy, then maybe outside of Pirates of the Caribbean, what your favorite Gore Verbinski movie is.
That's a great
question.
Mine,
I guess, it's probably Rango, I suppose, or maybe maybe Pirates too. I don't know. Maybe it's Mouse Hunt. Honestly, I need to rewatch Mouse Hunt. But
I think mine will probably be The Ring, just because I lean more towards horror. But Ringo's great. Mouse Hunt is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We want to hear from all you fans of The Weatherman. Let us know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next trailer reaction. Bye.
Heroes Reforged is gonna react. Heroes Reforged is gonna review. Heroes Reforged is gonna discuss. That's why we are watching.